Well, hello there, kids and parents. You may have noticed that this week we are not doing our normal live service on Sunday. The Free Methodist Church, they wanted to give pastors a few days of rest. So for today, which is Sunday, June 28th, there's a special service available on the Free Methodist Church in Canada's YouTube and Facebook channels that we're encouraging adults to be a part of. That's our service for this week. But if you go to our website at arlingtonwoods.ca, you'll be able to see the link to join that service to make it really easy for you adults. But of course, I couldn't forget you kids. I needed to play a game with you and introduce this week's lesson to you, so I put this together. And today we're going to play a game. Of course, but we're not live. This is recorded, so we're going to do things a little bit differently. You're not going to have to use the chat, but you are going to have to use your pause button, parents, okay? So today's game, it is called Spot the Difference, and this is how we're going to play. I'm going to show two pictures side by side on the screen, and kids, your challenge is to find all 5 differences between those two pictures, okay? Now, this is important. You might need a parent's help for this. Once I show the pictures on the screen, you're going to need to pause the screen because I'm only going to keep it on for about 10 seconds or so before I move on to the next one, okay? So make sure you use your pause button if you want some extra time. If you're an older kid and you might want more of a challenge, maybe you have a brother or sister who is older there as well, what you can do is you can see who can find all the differences the fastest. But don't say what the differences are. Let people find out on their own. Okay? So we're going to kick things off. Here's our very first Spot the Difference challenge. And we're back. Did you find them all? I hope so. Okay. Hopefully you paused it. Otherwise, you didn't have a lot of time. You're going to have to go back and check it out. Okay. So here is the second Spot the Difference picture we have for you. All right. All right. And we're back. Did you find them all? Kids, I know you could do it. You guys are awesome. We are going to do our final Spot the Difference page that I'm going to set up for you here. Make sure you pause it so you have enough time to look at everything. Otherwise, it's just going to go really fast. Here we go. All right. Well, hopefully you guys did well. Hopefully you found all the differences between those pictures. Thanks so much for playing today, kids. I wanted to play a Spot the Difference game today because this week's lesson is all about how Jesus wants us to love others who might look different or who might sound different, or maybe they're people who just like different things. And you know, it actually makes Jesus sad when we hurt others or when we make fun of others, when we treat others differently just because they are different. And in today's Bible story, we're actually going to look at how Jesus' disciples, they learned a really important lesson. Because most of Jesus' disciples were Jewish, right? And at the time, they didn't treat people who were different from them very nicely. In fact, they thought that God only loved Jewish people and that Jesus only came to save Jewish people. But one day, Peter had a really strange dream. It involves a blanket and animals. You're going to have to check out the videos to find out more about it, okay? And in that dream, he learned a really important lesson from God. And that lesson is that Jesus is for everyone. that God loves every single person and wants everyone to know and follow him. And they also learn that we need to treat everybody, no matter who they are or no matter what they look like, with value and respect. Because God loves them. We need to love them too. People who look the same, people who look different, people who sound the same, people who sound different, people who have different likes and different dislikes. Jesus wants us to treat everybody with love and respect. And this week, we are learning that knowing Jesus changes the way you see others. And that came true for Peter and the disciples in this week's story. So, parents and kids, sometime later today, or sometime this week, I really want to encourage you to watch this week's kids videos. I have the link up here. You can visit arlingtonwoods.ca/kids. And we have video packages, of course, for preschool kids, for younger elementary kids, and for older elementary kids. And this week's lesson is a really important one. So make sure you watch it. And I also want to encourage you, there's some worship involved there. I want to encourage you to sing along and do the actions to the worship songs too. So that's it for this week. Thanks for joining me. I hope you had a bit of fun. I know it's a little bit different because we're not live chatting with each other today, but I want you guys all to have an awesome week, and we're going to see you next Sunday. See you later, everybody.